Hello everyone, welcome to the live stream. This is a special, different kind of live stream than I normally do because I want to watch something with you together. We're just gonna have a very chill live stream. We're gonna watch an keynote from Elementor, which is kind of like an Apple style kind of keynote. You know, these big keynotes that Apple does where they're announcing products. It looks like Elementor is also doing this now. And I saw it a few days ago and I skimmed through it. I was like, this is interesting. So I was like, I want to watch this together with you. We're gonna discuss it. I will keep an eye on the comment section, so perhaps we can discuss it while I'm watching it. But of course, at the end, we can also discuss it. We're gonna get a glimpse of what they're doing. I mean, that's what this keynote is about. It's showing what they're building, and you know, if there's one thing that we know from Elementor is that they're always trying to push very hard with new stuff. Sometimes they go a little bit too fast, in my opinion, and then they release something that's like not completely done or doesn't feel completely done. But in this time, in this industry, you need to definitely push very hard. But hey, before we get started, let me know if you can hear me clearly and let me know where you're watching from in the chat. And I'm gonna switch to my browser and I'm gonna do a little test to test if you guys can also hear the YouTube, because I had to install something in order to get this to work. Okay, so I'm gonna play a little bit. Let me know in the chat if you can hear the video. It's very important. I'm gonna put it on half volume, so also let me know if the volume is enough. Okay, let's test it.
Is we stay connected with you when we share what's new and what we're building, and to discuss
how does that sound compared to me as well? Okay. Yeah, so that is what we're gonna watch. It's a keynote. I think it's very interesting that they are doing this. I want to show you some other examples because there's so much happening in the tech space. I mean, I am known as the Elementor guy, but I am very interested in many other products or companies. I've been playing a lot with Claude, Claude Cowork, and even Claude Code now. I feel like a real developer this week. So it's crazy what is possible. And I want to show you a few examples of where we're probably going in this market. It's very exciting. But let me first check the comments a little bit. One of my favorite TV shows is about to start. Let's see. Well, these days you can have a TikTok open, a TV show, and YouTube. That's how the new generation lives, right? I cannot do that, by the way. But hey, Henrik from Norway. Nice to meet you, Hendrik. I don't know if I've seen your face before the live stream, but a face that I have seen is the face from Dennis. Dennis is often here. Welcome back, Dennis. I think you're gonna like this episode, Dennis, because we're gonna talk developer stuff. Good morning from Portugal. Yeah, for you it's still the morning. For me it's already 7 p.m. because I'm still in Thailand. I'm actually flying to Bali Sunday. Yeah, I'm going back to Indonesia. Up it a bit. Okay, let's see. Let's up it a bit. I can hear perfectly the Elementor presentation. Okay. Let's see. Evening. Audio is fine. Okay. We'll up it a little bit if more people say it. Nice. And I'm off, so I have full for all. Awesome, Dennis. We're gonna discuss technical things because I would like to have some developer talk in this live stream. So yeah. Elementor Pro yeah, okay, let's talk about the Dreamstack because I've been testing, or I've been testing some things this week. I want to do a separate live stream, but where we're gonna play around with Claude Code in combination with WordPress MCP. That's gonna be really cool. But I just want to show a few things, like what's happening in this crazy AI market. And we're starting to see AI everywhere, right? But we're getting to this point now where it's not just generate a blog post here and there, or generate an image, or generate an alt text. That's really cool. But now we're getting to a point where all of these tools are starting to connect. Jet Engine, CrocoBlock, of the whole Jet plugins from CrocoBlock are starting to get interesting. They have a generation for custom post types, etc. And that is interesting. So they have already prepared something, but hopefully soon we can integrate this into our AI chats. So then everything is connected. This is a very interesting one I saw, Builderius. I now put the sound off because this video we're just gonna watch. But this guy has connected Cloud Code. You can see the terminal here, or I don't know how he's done it. Yeah, I think it's he integrated the terminal into the page builder. And look, the whole page is being generated with widgets. Look at that. So this is awesome, because the problem is the problem with tools like Lovable is that you don't have the builder experience, right? And you're also outside of WordPress. And I don't know what the future is going to bring, right? Maybe some websites we can do outside of WordPress. Maybe we don't need WordPress for some projects. But for some projects, we will absolutely need WordPress. And so then it would be awesome if you can have this kind of experience. I mean, look at it, look at it. It's so cool. We're just like, it's generating the whole page. So then you don't have to click so much on all of these things. And the beauty about this, and this is what I hope that Elementor is also going to show in this live stream, is that you can connect this to your own Claude and then have like, give it certain instructions. So I'm seeing a future scenario where we're going to have our own workflow with our own code agent, all connected. So we can say like, hey, use my framework, my CSS framework. Use this is the way I set up my sections, right? With I don't know, top and bottom padding, or left and right padding, or this is the way I set up my box container, and here's all of my typography data. Think about that. That's awesome, right? So yeah, I don't know with Gemini. I haven't tested it, Adam, but I would love to test it with Cloud Code or Cloud Cowork. So I want to do another live stream, hopefully somewhere this week, where I'm going to connect Cloud Code into WordPress Studio and then create a plugin or do something with Elementor. I hope that that's already possible, but I don't know yet. I just wanted to show what I've been seeing. Webflow has announced here 3 weeks ago. It's all pretty new. They've basically just have a Reloom experience. I mean, Reloom was so early. Do you remember Reloom? They were so early with this. First, it was just a sitemap generation. And then they did a wireframe generation. And now it has a full design system. But this is a step further, because this is Webflow. So Elementor also has this. It's called the Site Planner, but I haven't heard them talk about it. So maybe they're going to talk about it in this live stream. I hope so. But like, this is awesome, because this is a step in between. You are making design decisions right here, and then once you're happy, then you generate it. But then you still have, well, hopefully, I hope that's how Webflow did it, probably. But you still have your whole class system, variables, and everything built in a smart way. So this is also a very interesting approach, but this is of course their AI. It's not connected to your Cloud Code. And then we have another example here. It's also very interesting. This is the Figma MCP connected to Framer. And I am not the biggest fan of Framer because it doesn't have a lot of possibilities. But I do love the idea of Framer, that it's like design and development in one. So look, he has his Claude here on the left. and then it's generating the whole page here. Oh wait, this was not Figma. Oh, it was another video. Okay, I saw another video where they connected Figma to Claude, and then it basically built the whole thing with information it got from your Figma file. But in this, well, let's see. Can it do that? No, this is a template. In this one, it's basically, it generated these whole frames from Claude. And again, it's not perfect yet, but it did set up the whole global typography and everything. It's just so awesome. But so all of these companies are now trying to figure out what this next step is going to be like. What is it going to be? What do you guys think? Let me see what you guys are saying in the chat. Yeah, you know what I meant is this live is one of my favorite. Oh, that's nice. Thank you. What's your name? Gnu? I don't know what your name is. Builder is amazing. Still need to test it. Yeah, it's amazing, right? You have that's cool, Dennis. Yeah, you should test it and show me. That's so cool. Still waiting for a stable version. Think this was the right investment. Whoa, that's sick. A whole page builder for $129. That is sick. I've been trying to get Claude Code to work in Elementor, but specifically with V4, it's so hard to get it to understand how it works. Yes. Well, yeah. Okay, so can I say this? Yeah, I can say this. Okay, so today I had a call with another company. This is a more unknown company, okay? And they have built an MCP for WordPress that connects to anything inside of WordPress. This is even more powerful than the MCP that WordPress themselves rolled out a few months ago. They've told me. I still have to test it. Well, I saw a demo today. But imagine a scenario where you're giving Claude a prompt, and it does that inside of WordPress because it's connected to your website. But then it uses the widgets from Elementor, but then of course it doesn't know how to use these widgets. So that's where the training comes in. So in Claude, in Cowork, wait, can I even show this? Maybe I can show this. It's so cool. It's so cool. I'm so curious what Elementor is about to do. Let me see if I can share my Claude screen right here. It is incredible. Can I do that? Is it starting up? No, it's not starting up. Okay, let's see. I'm gonna start up Claude in the background, and then I will show it if that's possible. My workflow should start in Figma, then understand core, then put the Claude. Yeah. I mean, everybody is testing this right now. Like this is the idea is out, so everybody is chasing this right now. But there are some examples. Yeah, I've seen this one. I've seen a demo on Facebook with bricks as well. Of course, we're gonna see it everywhere. We still have to wait with WordPress 7 coming. Yeah, WordPress 7 is coming with an default input fields for plugins. So you can add your Claude and OpenAI and Gemini codes in there, and then plugins can use that as kind of like a centralized way to use AI. It's very cool. Well, the idea to wait for Angie and make Claude Code write Angie. Yeah, exactly. That's hopefully what we're gonna see. Angie is the plugin from Google, from Elementor, that is also using MCP. What was your issue with Framer? I wanted to recommend it to clients who are not good fit with a decent UI. I mean, hey, listen, Framer is not a bad tool. It's just limited compared to WordPress. It's more like for marketing sites, simple blog. But if you want something more serious, then Framer is just not really that capable. So Frame is more for simple websites. If you want more complex, you should use Webflow or Bricks. And now Elementor is becoming more like Bricks. But you know, they have this old code base, so they cannot move so fast. But yeah, that's what's that's how you can see it. So Elementor a few years ago was more like Framer, more like simple. And then Elementor is moving to Pro now. Framer has been starting out as simple and they want to stay simple. Webflow is actually becoming more Pro. So yeah, it depends on the website. That's what I want to say. WordPress 7 is VP only so far I understood. VP V7 is only what? I mean, WordPress 7 is just going to be the new version of WordPress, and there will be a lot more AI in it. Okay, couldn't connect to Claude. Check your network connection. Hey, that's not good. No, I'm on the right network. What's going on? Okay, it's not connecting to my Claude. I cannot show it, but trust me. Trust me when I say that I made it work. Let me switch back to the browser. Let's just start watching, okay? We're gonna start watching. Hey George, welcome to the stream. We're gonna start watching. My Claude will not start up. It's fine. Force quit that. Please don't crash. Please don't crash. Yes, okay, it's not crashing. We're just gonna watch together, and we're gonna. I have my notes here on the side. I have my Notion open. I'm gonna make some notes. If we find something interesting, you guys can comment. Okay, we're gonna watch it together. I'm gonna make notes. You guys can comment. I check the comments here. Let's see what Elementor has to say. If it's too boring, I'm just gonna skip a little bit. Okay, and if the audio is not good, let me know as well. Okay, everybody ready? Everybody ready? Okay, there we go.
Where web creation is headed.
The web creator of tomorrow isn't a different person. It's you, supported by a stronger foundation of tools and workflows developed to give you real leverage.
Since the very first website was built with Elementor 10 years ago.
Ziv, this is Ziv. I know Ziv. Ziv is a great guy. I met him in Portugal for the first time on a WordCamp. We became friends. He is also half Dutch. I mean, also, I'm fully Dutch, but he is half Dutch. He still speaks Dutch, but he's been living and now in Israel for such a long time that he is now, for him is now hard to speak Dutch. But he's a great guy. He's originally Dutch.
You've gone on to power more than 21 million websites.
That's amazing.
Let that sink in for a moment. That's over 13% of the entire web.
These are more than just numbers to us. These are
insane. Insane. 13% of the web is now Elementor. Like, wow.
your
In what? In 5-6 years?
clients, your business, your reputation.
But hey, there's a lot more competition now, you know?
So today is about building on what you already do, about respecting the responsibility you carry as web creators and creating tools for your real workflows, not for the sake of trends or generic solutions.
This is also interesting. This is how they're positioning themselves, right? They're not just saying, hey, we're a page builder. Actually, they call it website builder now, right? Because it's more than a page. But even now, they're even more than a website builder. They're providing a whole set of tools for you as the web creator. They don't say web designer and web developer. They say web creator. That's interesting. Maybe we should use that term. I uploaded a short video that said, like, I think the term web designer is out of date. We shouldn't call ourselves web designers again anymore. And some people had some ideas, but maybe just web creator. Maybe that's just a good title. Maybe Elementor came up with a good title.
At Elementor, innovation begins with listening. We take your feedback seriously so that every step forward is deliberate and worth building on.
And we're excited to share the next step in that journey. Version 4, the Atomic Editor, is a foundation we've been developing. Designed to scale. The alpha phase is behind us, and the core foundation is now in your hands, ready for real sites.
And we're also
They're saying V4 is now in the core foundation phase. What does that mean? I don't know.
introducing something new. Late last year, we presented Angie, our
Angie, that's the MCP chat. Let's see.
native AI layer for WordPress. Now we're introducing Angie Code, which lets you create
Angie Code? Wait. What is the difference between Angie and Angie Code?
entirely custom widgets and functionality directly inside your workflow. And that's only part of today's story. So let's dive in.
We all know that the web never stands still. Standards change, expectations rise, and new technologies emerge. You've been navigating that reality for years. Now, shifts like AI are entering the workflow, and knowing when and how to
Nice writing. They know how to write a good script. That was smooth. The way they put AI in the script without putting people off. Very smart, very smart. They carefully planned that line.
To adopt them matters more than ever.
Progress doesn't come from adopting everything. It comes from...
Wait, somebody says... Really? Oh, I didn't know that. Oh, that's so cool. I want to test that. That's so cool. How is the watching experience for you guys? Is it good with the audio and then me stopping it and then, you know, how is the watching experience? Is it good? WordPress v7 is already... No, that's not true. It's not already out. There's only the beta, I think, is out, but it's not publicly let for everyone. You connect with Claude already is WP things only or not. But the MCP you can connect with Claude already is WP things only or not. I could imagine it write blog post, but that was already possible with any. Well, N8N is an automation platform. That's just one task at a time. I think that's different from the MCP. I think the MCP can connect everything. But okay, so I had this meeting today with this company and they said that the WordPress MCP has a limited amount of commands you can use. And so it cannot do everything that you can do with PHP. You can still do a lot. It's a lot more than just writing blog posts. You can probably also write plugins, stuff like that. So I think it can do more, but I haven't tested the WordPress, the main WordPress MCP yet. I've only tested the WordPress Studio MCP, and that one creates Gutenberg blocks. It's fine. Okay, thank you, George. Thank you, George. Please, I'm currently building the biggest high-paid, oh, that's cool, web shop so far. I've been already starting work with before. Would you use, okay, I'm gonna answer the question, but we're gonna watch a little bit more, okay? And then I'm gonna answer some question. Audio is good, that's the most important thing. I'm gonna try to help you with V4. Short answer is, I would not build a web shop right now with V4. That's the short answer. I will answer it in a bit more detail later. Okay, let's continue.
Choosing the right technologies and workflows at the right time. And we're here to help you do that.
10 years ago, Elementor started by changing how pages were built.
2006, 10 years ago? Is it already 10 years? Wait, how old am I?
Visual editing, live preview, responsive controls. At the time, that was new technology, and adopting it meant working more effectively.
Then we moved beyond pages, giving you the ability to design entire websites. Headers, footers, templates, full site editing. And as the web evolved, the requirements changed too.
Did you hear what they said? Full site editing. That's actually a term that Gutenberg used. So they're trying to confuse you. Like, yeah, we also have full site editing, even though it's not. It's kind of, but it's yeah, that was, I don't know if I like that. But yeah, that's funny. That's just funny to me. Dennis, can you stop? Can you stop? You don't have to confirm. That's right, Elementor is still div soup in terms of accessibility. Is that? Well, Murilla, I just had a call today with two developers, and they say that this is outdated information. They say there's the code is pretty clean. Actually, the latest version of V3 is already clean, but V4 is going to be super clean. So this argument is not going to be relevant anymore within a few weeks, actually, with V4. So I would consider checking the code again on a V4 website because the developers that I have talked to say that it's super clean right now. But this is the image that Elementor has, you know. And accessibility, I don't know about that in the newest version of V4, but from an accessibility expert that I know, they said that Elementor is better than some page builders. It's not perfect, but it's okay. Are you using Arc? Yeah. This is interesting for what? Arc visuals. I don't know. I like Arc. It's fine. You know, it's fine. I don't know what tweaks you have, Mathis. You can always send me an email. Okay.
So Elementor evolved again.
We expanded into cloud hosting, AI integrations, image optimization, email deliverability, web accessibility, and AI site planning, all essential capabilities.
Yeah, they have a plugin for accessibility. I made a video about that.
For running a successful website creation business today. And through all of that though, one thing has remained constant. The editor is where professional web creation happens.
It's the place where your ideas turn
Professional web creation.
into something real, where your professional judgment, craft, and experience come together.
It's gonna be. We can talk about the future a little bit when this live stream's over. We can talk about the future because they're really competing now on a professional level. So they're positioning themselves in a hard place because the competition on the high end is hard. You know, Bricks has a lot more pro features. So we could talk about that in a little bit.
And that's why the editor has to be the foundation web creators can rely on. Fast, controlled, and built to lead the next generation of web.
Okay,
and with that, we'd like to invite Roy to tell us more.
Yeah, we'd like to invite Roy to tell us more exactly how Apple does it. It just like I've been saying this a few times. I think Elementor's marketing is heavily inspired by Apple. I mean, look at this scene. Look at the scene. They're having this big screen in the middle. They're walking off the stage. The way they're doing it, it's just so Apple-like.
Everyone. So let's talk about version 4.
Roy, I also know Roy. I haven't met him in real life, but that's the guy I did an interview with. A very cool guy.
The Atomic Editor. Over the past year, many of you have seen the alpha phase ready for over. And today, is now in alongside your existing widgets on the same site. It also means that version 4 is not a one-off release. It's a long-term architecture.
Long-term architecture? It's not a one-off release. Long-term architecture.
And new Atomic capabilities will continue to roll out on top of this stable core.
Yeah, so the V4 launch is not really going to be, now everything is here. I think that's a marketing mistake that they made. They called it V4, so people were expecting like it's a full version. But it was not really. It was more like a foundation. And they're trying to say this right now in the script, as you can see. But yeah. I understand that they roll it out slowly, even though I wanted to go faster. But
So the core's in place, and both V3 and V4 workflows are fully supported together. That matters because with Elementor's reach, we don't move foundations casually. With over 21 million websites, when we change the editor, we're not shipping an experiment. We're changing how a huge part of the web gets built. And yes, version...
Well, let me tell you something. I had a I had a conversation today with somebody that uses Divi a lot. He has like a few hundred websites in Divi. He runs an agency, a Divi agency, or he does more than Divi, but he runs an agency, has a few hundred websites, and Divi with Divi5, they're just gonna say like, yo, with Divi4, the old version, we're not gonna support that in a year from now, so you better update. Yeah, let that sink in. And they're not gonna provide support anymore after 1 year for the older versions. So now he has to update a few hundred websites. Sometimes people complain about Elementor, but they don't look outside. Sometimes say people, Elementor is expensive, but they don't look outside. Okay, expensive maybe compared to Divi is not a good argument, but outside of WordPress, Elementor is cheap. That being said though, it sounds like I'm just defending them. I know, I know. I'm just saying it. I see all of these comments and I'm like, there's more nuance to it, okay? There's more nuance to it. Right now, their marketing game is on top obviously due to crazy competition, but V4 is not ready yet. Yeah, I agree. Completely agree. DV Hertz. Yeah, I mean, he says DV5 is great. It's like, that's also a pro version right now. This DV also has this image of like, it's slow and it's like, it's old school. But it's so hard for these companies to change their identity, you know? Would be nice if you could do everything in one window. Yeah, I mean, if we could get like, I don't know how that's gonna, what the ideal workflow is. How will the new version affect the website already? Okay, we're also gonna answer that question. 2 questions about V4. You skipped my comment. What comment, Dennis? I didn't skip your comment. Hey. Why are you so mad?
Version 4 did take time, because rebuilding the editor while keeping millions of production sites stable,
yeah, we know this.
Learn gradually and adopt new experience on your own terms. 2 months, Elementor version 4.
Okay, this is news.
Point.
I mean, if you saw my interview, you already knew. But April, V4 is coming out. But like, this is also weird because he's just saying we're gonna roll out features slowly. So what are they gonna release until April? I think they've said that Loop Grid is coming and Grid, which has to come because these are absolutely essential. So I don't know what VV4 is really going to be. I hope it's going to be more than the Grid and the Loop, but we'll see.
Will be released, no longer in beta. From that point on, new Elementor sites will have atomic features active by default. And your existing sites, they stay exactly as they are. Nothing breaks, nothing gets...
That's an answer to your question.
...rewritten.
This is a question.
When you want to use new atomic features on your existing sites, you can activate them manually, only when you decide. And just as important, you're not choosing between current and new features. Classic widgets and atomic elements work in harmony, and you can use both on the same page, on the same site. You can
oh shit, sorry, I resized my window. Oh no, it's it fixed again? Where's the preview? Publish, wait, back to live mode. Okay, that's not true what he's saying. Wait, what did he say?
Combine the choosing between current and new features. Classic widgets and atomic elements work in harmony.
Yeah, harmony. What is harmony? Come on, this is not completely true. I don't agree with this. Okay. He's saying V3 and V4 widgets work in harmony. This is people are not gonna like this when they say this, because it's not really harmony. That sounds so nice. It's like, oh, everything will work together, but you cannot connect V3 widgets to V4 variables. It's impossible. I mean, maybe with this release in April, I'm pretty sure they will not. But yeah, I know, yeah, harmony is a nice word, but if you cannot connect V3 widgets to V4 variables and classes, which is impossible from what I've tested, then I wouldn't call it harmony, okay?
And you can use both on the same page, on the same site. You combine the two. Now, before...
Okay, then, there's also an interesting question. Why can't one ask Elementor AI? Yeah, very good question, and I think we can. Probably, yeah, that's a good idea, actually. That's what they should build. They should just build a converter with AI. That's a really good idea. We're 4 weeks. Oh, you're right. It's already March. They said April. Maybe it's end of April. Hey, we don't know. We don't know. We don't know. I guess he means you can work both with them to get. Yeah, of course that's what he means. I'm just saying, like, I don't like the way they talk sometimes, because they make it sound better than what it is. That's marketing, okay? But yeah, you're right. That's what he means. Yeah, exactly. They said might become, yeah. Consistency, coexistent. Yeah, exactly. This is what I mean. Yeah. Okay, let's answer that question from before as well, before I lose it. Is it ready? Yeah, no. The answer is no, because we don't have the loop grid right now. So how are you going to make a web shop with dynamic content? All of the actually e-commerce or WooCommerce widgets are still V3. So I would absolutely not recommend to build a V4 website with what you can do though. You can combine them, right? You can use the new heading widgets everywhere and use as much V4 widgets as you can. That's nice right now. Like if you can choose, are you going to use a V3 heading widget or a V4? I would absolutely use V4, but not all of the features are there. So for example, with a button, the button doesn't have an icon. So how are you going to make an icon button? It's not possible right now. Yeah, that's what I'm trying right now. But no, even hover is working. Yeah, hover is working. Hover is working for sure. I have created very cool hovers. Can I show that? Yes, I can. Let me just log into here, this one. Yeah, look at this. This is, oh, no, this is a different website. Okay, I'm testing, you actually can see it. I'm testing with button icons. But this is I've hacked this, okay? This is not real. Wait, where is it? It's a bakery website. Where is it? Oh, wait, it's on Hostinger. You can't even use the variables when adding a gradient to an element. I'm not so sure about that. I'm working out. I think that should not happen because I've made very cool hovers. Like there's actually the hovers have improved so much in V4. Here, look at this. Look at this. It's rotating. The color of the button is changing, and a shadow is slowly coming up with opacity and a grow. So there's 4 things happening on this hover. Here, look at these hovers. A rotation, the border is changing, and the image position. See? Can you show? No, this is not a tutorial. I just wanted to quickly show you. And I have a live stream. Actually, I built this website in a live stream. But yeah, I'm still building this website. And I will make a video when it's done. Oh, something went wrong here. Oh, here you can, by the way, see that I'm using a new heading widget and then the old heading widget in one container. My colors got messed up, but yeah, that should work. Yeah, I came pretty far already with V4, but this is yeah, this is it's not done yet. Okay. But yeah, I would like to, yes. Sorry, we're gonna do it now. I want this live stream, I want to focus because I'm so distracted in these live streams by talking to you guys. I should be more focused. I would love to show you guys everything, and I will make videos about it. But this stream is about this live stream. Okay.
Move on. Let's quickly go over the core pillars of version 4 and what they give you.
Okay.
Atomic structure. Layouts are built from clear, predictable building blocks that scale across pages and sites.
I haven't tested this tabs one yet. That looks good.
Unified workflows. Design decisions live in one place, not scattered across individual widgets.
Yeah,
to shared system-level decisions, keeping designs consistent, scalable design.
We know.
Decisions into systems. Well, this foundation.
Decisions into systems.
In unlocking atomic forms, as well as here, you will see more. This foundation unlocks a lot more, and later this year, you will see more.
Later this year.
Atomic elements, with the next being atomic forms,
Okay.
as well as grids, loops.
Yeah, okay. Oh, so the first gonna release forms, then grids and loops. He said later this year. Yeah, yeah. I don't know when, but they also don't know. That's the truth. Like Roy literally told me, it's like in startup. If you're, or, I mean, Elementor is not a startup, but if you're working in a tech company, there's so many things going on at the same time. They also don't even know when things are done.
And many more. Advanced
Oh, camera. Okay, we're back.
interactions and animations.
More better animations coming. Very cool.
Big user interface improvements, and soon the ability to share classes and variables across websites.
I have already vibe coded a plugin that can export variables and import variables. Very cool. So, but they're also going to release something.
And to convert styles from version 3 to 4.
Oh, hey, look what he say. Look what he's saying. You can convert styles from V3 to V4. Wait, how styles? Oh, maybe like color palette. And maybe custom fonts? Ah, how is that possible? If they can pull that off, that would be great.
There's a lot to look forward to. But
there's a lot to look forward to. I mean, this is not a lot. If this is the only thing they're going to release this year, then I would not be satisfied at all. There's not enough. This market is moving way too fast.
But now, let's dive deeper into a core atomic capability that we teased a couple months ago and is now fully available for all of you to use.
Okay.
Components.
Oh, components.
Find structure.
Yeah, we know components.
Design to give away to your teams or clients. Let's see it in action. With a large image, ensures you stay within your. You right-click and save it as a component.
Yeah, I've showed this already in one live stream. It's very nice. You can then decide which widgets are editable for clients.
Now you can select it site-wide.
It's also, by the way, cool. Wait, I'm going too fast. Let me go back.
Now you can add it to multiple placements across the site, and any
your components live there.
Changes
you import it. So this also replaces the saved templates feature inside of Elementor. So normally when you would have, like, I don't know, you would have your footer. That's of course a footer template, but then on every page you would have this block. For example, this, right, a call to action box. You could have used the save template for there, and then you would have imported the template widget. But now that's all with components, which is very nice. But then you can say that only the heading, for example, you can change that per page. So you have a lot more control. This is also a feature that you have in more advanced builders.
You make are instantly reflected site-wide. This enables you to build with real structure and solid path for scale. Now, let's see how we control what stays consistent and what's allowed to change, giving the right people the right level.
Yeah, so that's what I mean. You can say like these fields are only editable for clients if they have the editor role in WordPress. Very smart.
The design and the structure stays locked.
See, the buttons adjust in size. Very nice.
Let's look at another example from...
Wait, what are you saying? Put it on... Oh, should I put the speed up? Yeah, maybe that's a good idea. Speeds, that's a good idea, 1.25, yeah.
Another site. Here's a content card component that I already created and can now add to the page. I'll expose the properties, text, and this time also an image.
Yeah, we understand.
Now, when
you can just make one component and then it repeats it throughout
the client
whole
goes
thing.
into the decide what stays consistent and what. Make sure your editor, settings, version 4, and what comes next goes beyond what you've been able to build in editor so far. It's a shift in how you work and what you can create. Christina will show you exactly what that means.
Christina,
thanks, Roy.
All right.
So let's talk.
Christina. Okay, so this was the first part about the V4 editor. Let's check some comments. Let's check some comments before we move on to the next part. Let me scroll up. Oh, look at that. Who is in the chat? That is Nicolas from Elementor. Hi, button with icon can be built using Atomic Flexbox with SVG and a paragraph inside. Yeah, you can even make a component out of it. Yeah, this follows. Yes, I did that, Nicolas, but then it's not a button HTML tag. So the problem, let me show you actually, because I did actually do that. Let me just like go to the Scooter website. Scooter. Let me share my screen. I actually tried to make a button like that with V4. But then how do you turn it into an actual button in the code? Because otherwise you're going to have issues with accessibility. Let me load the editor. Let's see if it's fast today. Tick tock, tick tock, tick tock. No, okay. Oh, okay. Oh, that almost went wrong. Oh, there's also a bug. We've had this bug a lot. If you click on the header, it fixes it, but in the editor it looks bad. But okay, look here. This is a button text component. Here, icon button, and it literally has a text and an icon. But there's a few problems. First of all, it doesn't use the actual icon here. You can see the telephone icon here, but on the actual front end, here, look. Here, you can see the telephone icon in here. You can also see it here in the editor, but it's not showing up here in the editor canvas, basically. So if you want to double click, or how do you get in there? Yeah, double click. It will reload, and then, oh, okay. So now we're in there. Oh, no, wait. I think I clicked 4 times. Okay, now we're in there. So here, this is what I did, paragraph and then SVG. But then how do you turn this into a, the whole container into a button? It's set to A, so it becomes a link. But if you go back and you go to your container, Flexbox, there's no way to turn it into a button. So that's a problem. Separating effects is a great, yeah, exactly. That's very cool that we can separate these effects. To be fair, WordPress without a page builder is like bread without butter. Therefore, I can't say it's irrelevant. WordPress has some upsides you can't have elsewhere. Oh, you guys are discussing whether we're gonna have page builders in the future. That's a very interesting discussion. I've been thinking about that. I think WordPress is a bit outdated too. Oh, for sure it's outdated. Completely agree. Like, oh my God, especially the interface. It would be better to have a dashboard that contain all the variables, classes instead of manage. Yeah, they do have a little editor, but it's not like one place. So here, for example, you can go to your variables manager. You have all your variables here, and you can see all of the stuff that I added. You can see my clamps here, size variables. Here I basically build a proper system. And you also have that for classes. So it has kind of like that, but not like one page where you can see everything. Are you guys playing to make Elementor? Yeah, good question, Fat J. That depends on what you want. Yeah. I got 6 websites on Elementor, 2 built-in Framer, 1 index. Oh, cool. Is there a reason you aren't watching the video in full HD? There's no reason. I think it's just internet. Add a link to a Flexbox. It will convert into a link. Yeah, that's what I did. It is a link, but it's not a button, HTML button. If you know what I mean. I heard that that's not good for accessibility. But hey, okay, you can make a button this way. I think it would be smart if you guys would add a feature that would allow people to turn a container into a button instead of just a link. Yeah. Should be going to be pretty much standard. Yeah, I completely agree. Okay, so now we can move on to the next part, which is going to be more exciting because the next part should be about MCPs.
Talk about the workflow of the future.
The workflow of the future. Angie.
We know you have projects on your desk right now that demand more than what's available out of the box. Every creator knows that moment. A client asks for a custom experience, a unique widget that doesn't exist yet. Suddenly, you're choosing between saying no, hiring a developer, or trying to piece together a brittle workaround. That gap between what you imagine and what is practical to deliver ends today. Last year, we presented Angie, our native AI layer for WordPress. Today, we're excited to introduce Angie Code, your developer on demand, built directly into your current Elementor workflow. Angie Code transforms plain language prompts into production-ready custom widgets, code snippets, and more. It also extends existing Elementor widgets.
Oh, okay. So you're saying it's not bad to not have the button HTML tag. Okay. Why have an atomic button widget if we have to make a button with icon this way? Just get rid of the button widget if we are meant to do it this way. Why have an atomic widget? Yeah, that's a good point, Kyle. I agree. I think I agree. Okay, so Angie Code can do Elementor widget, create Elementor widgets, very cool. WordPress admin snippets, okay, sure. Add some stuff to WordPress admin. Custom post type generation, very nice. Website snippets, also very nice. Visual apps, what does that mean?
Widgets in record time with full ownership and zero lock-in. All of it is generated as clean, integrated code that fits into what you've already built, giving you the flexibility to meet different client needs without compromising structure or control. Let's see what this actually looks like in practice.
Okay, let's see.
By the way, after being in the WordPress industry for over 20 years, and yes, that totally dates me, it's exciting to see the original vision of the leading open source platform continuing into this AI era, democratizing publishing.
Are we still democratizing publishing? Yeah, kind of. But I also think that social media have taken that role quite a bit.
WordPress was always about making online publishing accessible to all. And now, AI in general, and Angie Code specifically, is taking that to the next level. These are really exciting times. Okay, let's take a look at a few examples. Remember, with Angie Code, your imagination is more or less the limit for what you can create. So see these as inspiration for your own creation.
Yeah.
I have Angie installed on my WordPress site.
Okay, so this is what it looks like, right? It's a chat on the left. Yeah, okay, let's just watch.
Accessible right here. Let's start with something quick. I'll ask Angie to hide the site comments, because who needs them anyway?
Hide the comments tab from the WordPress navigation menu. Okay, only the comments tab.
Done. I just vibe coded this myself.
Hey, she's using the term vibe coding. You see that?
The first request to Angie, handled. Now let's try something more ambitious. I want to add a dashboard view to the WP admin that subtly shows my clients when I'm working because, as we all know, clients aren't always the best with boundaries. Angie created the
That's true.
code, and now I can see the view in the admin.
Wait,
she also created...
Oh, this one, support hours and contact. Okay, so you can add a widget to your dashboard. Yeah, okay. Okay, that's cool. You can also do that with of course, with any kind of AI, and then create a code snippet. But yeah, it's nice that it's on the side panel, I guess.
Dedicated setting page for me to adjust my working hours, which is really useful.
Yeah, okay.
There we go.
Okay, so now, okay, that's it. So she has generated this widget right here with Angie. It was simple, right? It was simple to do. You know, it really depends. I don't know if I would pay for something like this, but if it's part of my Elementor AI package, then it's kind of easy to do. I'm just not sure where it is saved. Where does it save all of these snippets?
Now they can see when I'm actually available. You know what? Let's also add my image to remind them I'm human and have a life. Perfect.
Okay. All right. So that's probably one prompt. That's cool.
I think it's clear now. Now, let's challenge Angie Code further. I wanted to give the whole WP admin a spring theme, since I think we've all definitely had enough of
Yeah, this is the stuff that I showed in my thumbnail.
winter.
This is crazy. This is crazy. How? Why would you do that? But it's so cool that it's possible. So, and this also makes me think, like, why did WordPress look so outdated for so many years? If it's so easy to make it look better. Like, this is just an example of why people get so tired of WordPress, why it just feels so outdated. It's just one prompt and the whole dashboard looks like this, and this is crazy. This is not very good design, but it just shows that it could have been so much more beautiful so easily. Like, why did they wait 15 years to give the dashboard a little bit of paint?
I really like how that turned out. I actually feel warmer. Now,
she likes it though.
let's see if Angie Code can create Elementor widgets. Yes, that thing that was so impossible for me until now that I just wouldn't even bother trying. That would make it really magical. I can start from a prompt, an image, or even another URL.
Okay, she is creating an Elementor widget now. This is the thing that they teased a few weeks ago, that people said was not working back then, but it looks like it's here now or soon. Create an Elementor button widget. When the user clicks on the button, the screen sparks with emojis of hearts
that I want Angie to reference as inspiration. I'm going to start with a button that sparks hearts when the visitor clicks it. As you can see, Angie Code created the widget and is now presenting it right here.
Okay, so it has generated a widget, but it's a V3 widget.
It's fully editable, responsive, and built to elevate your site. And of course, this is a really productive use case. Feel free to try it yourselves.
Actually, now that I'm thinking about it, for these type of widgets, isn't it easier to do it with V3? Because it can give you all of these options in this specific widget. Like, how would they do this with V4? I hope it can be done with V4. I'm not sure why they're showing it off with V3.
Wow.
Hey, it does work.
That's really cute, actually.
Yeah, it is cute.
You are in full control. The widget won't be added to your published site until you've approved it. And these capabilities aren't limited to one type of asset. Angie Code can create textual effects, gradients, and more. The scope covers every use case you can think of.
This is really cool. I like this one.
It's really fun. Let's look at another example that's quite different. Here's a store locator with a fully interactive map.
What is this? Create a custom widget. Oh wait, my quality. Somebody said about something about my quality. Oh, there's only 720p. There's no better quality. Create a custom Elementor widget for a store locator using leaflet.js and OpenStreetMap. Searchable sidebar list and interactive map. So okay, so this widget or this prompt is very specific. They know exactly what, how this should be built.
Map. Connected to a dynamic list. Custom, functional, built in seconds. Something that used to mean days of development. You prompt it, you got it.
Yeah, that's cool. This is cool, but I'm also curious, like, will this work well together with V4? I'm curious.
What about games, you ask?
Because that's where the direction they're going.
Okay, you didn't actually ask. But who doesn't love a good interactive game? I'm going to ask Angie Code to create a trivia game. And this is a two-part build.
Why would you want a game?
First, Angie creates a custom post type to store the trivia questions and answers. That's the backend. Structured, manageable, native, and right inside my WordPress. Angie also creates the actual trivia widget in the Elementor editor, an interactive app that pulls data from the trivia custom post type I just created that I can then design in the editor and visitors can then play with it. By the way.
Oh, it's like a quiz. Okay, she calls it the game. But, okay, that's actually quite cool. So there was a custom post type created in WordPress. That's where you put in the question, so a client can do that. And then on the front end, it shows a quiz. Yeah, that's cool. This is what vibe coding is all about, right? You just create a prompt, and that's it. Okay, let's check the comments. Let's check the comments. Angie Code is not competing at all with Claude Code. Yeah, I don't know what the difference still is between Angie Code and Angie itself, because Angie writes code. Or is Angie Code the part where it writes custom snippets? But why would they then call it code? I mean, I understand, obviously, but why not just call it Angie? Because AI is going to write code everywhere. I'm not sure exactly. Angie is sadly just a gimmick. If it would have MCP for Figma. Yeah. I'm also thinking about this because it's a chat on the left on WordPress, but they don't show that you can connect it with Cloud Code, for example, or with Gemini or whatever you want to use. It's basically a locked down MCP just within what they offer. So you cannot connect a Claude skill, for example, to it. So you don't really have that much control over what it's gonna do, and that's, I think, with V4 quite problematic, because how does Angie know how you want to work, right? I mean, the whole power of this whole wave that we're going through right now with MCPs and Cloud Code and co-work is that you can design the workflow exactly how you want with your way of working, right? Instead of just a chat that doesn't know how you want to work. And it feels like Angie is just a chat on the side that's the same on every website. But what do you guys think? Maybe I'm wrong about it, but it sounds to me like a credit card is the real limit. Guess it eats token. Yeah, okay, but that's also true with Claude. I mean, people are spending hundreds of dollars every month now on Claude. Me too. No, I haven't reached the, well, actually, this month I'm already over $200 on AI. Will be a visual update and offer it to other creators. What? I'm not sure what you mean. Why is this cringe dialogue still a thing in product demos presentation? Yeah, I mean, it's, they want to I mean, they want to show professional. They want to come off professional. But yeah, I also like more raw keynotes. I mean, Apple also does this, right? It's like very, very polished, and the whole script is like perfectly, prepared, and it feels very staged because it is staged. I like demos that are a little bit, I don't know, raw. I like the guy from Figma. Oh my God, he is so funny. The CEO, if you want to find a funny Figma Keynote CEO, this guy, I think he talks really, really well. This guy, he is cool. The way he talks, I like it. Just doesn't feel cringe. I mean, less cringe, but a lot less cringe. It also depends on the person, right? I don't know. Okay, you need another AI to create the prompts. Yeah. I mean, this is the whole thing, right? You wanna have an AI workflow that works for you, and so you need different layers of AI to work on top of each other. It's crazy, actually, when you think about it. If they would make an Elementor MCP for everyone, would be 100 times better, but sadly they can't make money off this, I guess. Maybe that's why. Maybe, I don't know. That's a good question. I mean, Elementor is in a hard place right now, you know? They're in a hard place because some of you guys already said it in the chat. Like, we're getting to a point now where AI can do stuff that you used to do in a page builder. So they have to make the experience really easy and really nice right now. So I'm surprised that we still haven't seen a demo in the live stream about actual page generation, because some other builders have shown that. Here, like I showed here, or no, not this one. No, also not this one. Here, this one. Yeah, what we have in Buildery is, yeah, it's still new. 6 days. Yeah, maybe it's easy to talk from me, you know. I'm not a product. I don't run a company like that. It's easy to talk from me from the sidelines. Okay, I understand. I'm sorry, but like, I just truly believe that this is the future. We're gonna generate a whole page. So I just hope that Elementor is also gonna do this. Yeah, that's why I would start training Cloud Code to make yeah, exactly. You need your own workflow, right? Positioning in the chat on the left next to the native VP vertical nav is a bit of a strange choice. Why? You mean like two menus on the side? Yeah, okay, they could have made it, maybe put it on the right. I mean, that doesn't really matter that much. Yeah, maybe that would have been better, you're right. Because it's clouded, you mean. Maybe soon we will be able to vibe code our own website build. That's very ambitious. We're very ambitious. Well, oh, and Harper, that's also true. That's also true. Oh, that's funny. Stop with the dollars. December 2025. $1,500 for AI. Whoa, whoa, whoa. January 2,000 euros. AI is slowly getting on my nerves, but that's my own stupidity. That's crazy. 2,000 euros, bro, that's a salary. I hope you're making a lot of money, dude. Mr. Der Graven. That's insane. I have an unrelated question. How do I get rid of color fringing caused by subpixel? Whoa. I have no idea what you're saying, dude. I have no idea. Yeah, that builder looks... Yeah. Okay, well, let's continue.
Here's the right answer. This is what makes Angie Code exciting. It brings the best of AI into the WordPress ecosystem. It doesn't just create
the best of AI into the WordPress ecosystem. Yeah. Yeah. Is it? If we cannot connect it outside with our own workflows, is it then the best of AI? I don't know if I agree with that.
Front-end visuals. It builds real functionality across WordPress and Elementor, connected and working together. This is what Angie Code unlocks. You go from request.
This is also a thing with Elementor. You have to understand the people, and this is also why Elementor is in a hard position right now, because the original users from Elementor are beginners, and they have no idea. Like I just figured this stuff out this week, literally. Like 2 weeks ago, I didn't even understand what an MCP was. I heard people talk about it. I didn't understand it. So if you don't understand what an MCP is, and the combination with agents, right? Then you don't see the value in this, in like the whole Cloud code with skills and etc. You don't see the value in it. And so then you think that this is absolutely awesome. But if you've ever worked with a workflow like that, like guys, oh my God. You know what I built this week? With Cloud Code, I built a automatic invoice processor. So whenever I drop an invoice that comes from my email, I drop it in a magic, I call it magic dump. It's a magic dump in my Dropbox folder. I throw it in there. Then I go to Cloud Cowork. I say there's a new invoice in that folder, which I can also automate if I want on a weekly basis or a daily basis, I know. Because Cloud Code has also introduced recurring tasks or scheduled tasks, which is awesome. But like, I just need to type that command. It's gonna automatically go to the Dropbox, analyze that whole PDF, subtract all the information, so the vendor, the price, the VAT, the description, no, not the description, the invoice date, and then it will make a request to my invoicing software, because I have a very modern invoicing software which has an MCP as well. So then Claude, the agent Claude, can talk to my invoicing software, and it can say like, hey, I have this new invoice here with all of this information. Let's try to connect this name to this whole client list that you have right here. Oh, this is a match. That's probably the same clients. This is not automation. This is like an agent that's trying to figure out what invoice from my Dropbox is connected to this client list, okay? Then I have a skill document where it says if there is an invoice from this company, then it belongs to this category. So then it automatically assigns it to the right category with the right description. And then it sent me a message back like, yo, I uploaded your invoice to your accounting software. And it's all done, it's ready for you to check. And it's based on my workflow, what works for me. And this is where we go beyond chats. This is awesome. And this is what you can do with like stuff like Cloud Code. So I'm incredibly excited about this. Hosting Wix and Co have all of their own web maker editors. Hey, Mike. Yes, and Cowork is still in beta. Yeah, exactly. Like I'm actually proud of myself, honestly, that I'm on top of this shit. Normally, I'm not an early adapter, but with this stuff, I like the moment I understood this, I was like, oh my god, this is a world I need to jump into. It's amazing. It's amazing. With what I can do right now, I'm saving hours each week. You should go to Elementor HQ and show them how it's done by presenting the new features yourself. I'm pretty sure it will be 10 times better and way less cringe. Ah, thank you, George. That will be nice. I mean, I do collaborate with Elementor, right? They sometimes sponsor a video, which is nice. But yeah, thank you that you like my stuff. The fact that we have to say next few weeks and not next few years is still insane. Yeah, exactly. We're progressing so incredibly fast. You're the king of Elementor. Are you gonna stick with it in 2026? Listen. A week right now in AI is like a year, 2 years ago. So I don't know. I'm not gonna say anything yet. But I am keeping my eyes open. I'm not walking around like this, even though some people think that because I just focus on Elementor. They see me as the Elementor guy. But I'm very interested in Claude. I'm also a big Figma fan. So if we can go straight from Figma to WordPress, that's also an interesting workflow. I am less of a disbeliever in Gutenberg now, even though I think Gutenberg is still limited, but AI can maybe remove the limitations we have with Gutenberg. And Gutenberg is real, super high performant, raw, clean code. So that's also interesting. Actually, in 2 days from now, guys, I'm gonna have an interview with Jamie Marsland, which works for Automatic, if I understand it correctly. So we're going to have a discussion on this. It's going to be very interesting what the future is going to be. I built something similar. Awesome. Awesome. Yeah. You skipped one of my messages. Did I? I have no idea. I don't think I did. Oh, I did. Yeah, insane for personal tool development. I made my own workout tracking app with every feature from the paid one. Yeah. That's awesome. Just took a lot of screenshot. Wow, that's really cool. What tool are you using? What tool are you using? I'm jumping ship. Yeah, like something inside of me says I wanna jump ship, but something inside of me says AI is coming to WordPress, and the question is Elementor gonna pull it off, or is it another company gonna pull it off? But you know, AI is also gonna come to WordPress. That is an interesting discussion. Do we still need WordPress for many websites in the future? For some websites, you will definitely need WordPress. Could I use ChatGPT, but I'm thinking to slowly switching to Claude. Do you think that's about? Yeah, absolutely. Oh, I'm using both. I have subscription to Claude and ChatGPT. But you have to, okay, maybe I should make a separate video about this, but Claude is miles ahead of ChatGPT right now, because ChatGPT is just a chat. It's just like you ask a question, it gives a response. You ask a question, it gives a response. It doesn't really have this, well, it does have connectors to some tools. You can connect it to, for example, your Notion, and then say like, hey, I'm writing this document in Notion. What do you think about it? That's useful in ChatGPT. I would definitely use that. It's just in the pro version. But Claude Cowork, that can access stuff on your computer, that gets into the area of what you can do with Claude Bot. Like we're gonna go to a whole different level, and I think it's gonna be a matter of time before ChatGPT will launch a ChatGPT Cowork or something. I don't know how they're gonna call it, but it's probably gonna come because it's insane. Like I have no doubt about it. Yeah, Codex, that's like the code, that's like the Cloud Code. Okay. Obsidian memory. Awesome, awesome. ChatGPT obviously, yeah, Codex. Oh, okay. I haven't checked that Codex too, but I'm pretty sure it's like Cloud Code. But Co-work is like more like Cloud Bot, if I understand it correctly. Correct me in the chat. We're gonna continue. I was just getting into passionate. I'm very passionate about this. Oh my God, I should relax. Jesus. Let me sit back and relax. We're just gonna watch a little bit.
To working asset in seconds, all within your familiar WordPress environment. No connecting multiple solutions, no fragile workarounds. Everything is there, so you can create the fully custom.
Interesting. You see what she's saying here? I think she's already positioning themselves against like the cloud workflow. Listen.
Fully multiple solutions to working asset in seconds, all within your familiar WordPress environment.
Okay, that's one.
No connecting multiple solutions.
No connecting multiple solutions, all within your WordPress environment. So what they're selling is convenience. You don't have to connect all of this shit. They're just like, hey, convenience. But as it is with convenience, you're paying a price for convenience, and that's often limited functionality. And this is why Elementor's in a hard place right now, because they're trying to offer something for professionals. And professionals don't really care that much about convenience. They care about professional workflows. They care about the most powerful stuff. So that's interesting. Like, where's Elementor going to be as a company?
No fragile workarounds. Everything is there, so you can create the fully custom, fully controlled assets you always have dreamed of, but were out of reach. And you can do this with the confidence and consistency you and your clients expect. Angie brings the power of AI directly into the WordPress and Elementor workflow.
Also interesting, they're acting like Cloud Code is already perfect. I mean, I'm imagining it's using Cloud Code in the background or Codex, but they're not even saying like, oh, Cloud, it can make mistakes. In this presentation, in the Angie chat itself, at the bottom it says it can make mistakes, but here she says you can, what does she say? Ship with confidence or something?
So the question is no longer, can I build this? But what do I want to build? The answer is anything.
See? See?
We can't wait to see what you create.
Thank you, Miriam. Now, we know the big...
Okay, we move to another part. Let's check a few comments. I read, I'm very impressed about all of this. I'm trying Coderic AI from... Oh yeah, SiteGround has also launched a vibe coding tool. And I have good experience. I combined some WordPress with this AI generated platform. Yeah, did you try it? No, I did not try it. I am now working a lot with Replit. I'll show you. I'm a big fan of Replit now. Why? Well, because Replit has a database system that they own. And that's a huge deal, because with Bolt and Lovable, you're connecting it to Supabase, and that integration now is better, but they have their own database, so I feel like it's more stable. It doesn't close down after 2 weeks. I've had problems with Bolt lately. So I really like Replit, yeah, but another subscription. Another subscription. I see WordPress Elementor more of becoming Shopify alternative, but for regular website for clients, we don't have any lead systems. I will try to walk away. Oh wait, what do you mean? I see WordPress and Elementor more and more becoming as Shopify alternatives. Shopify? Why Shopify? You mean because WordPress has WooCommerce? But for regular websites for clients, they don't have any lead systems. So you mean like forms? This is interesting what you're saying, Soul, Rising Soul. I don't know what your name is. But yeah, that's interesting, right? Like in the future, maybe we can vibe code websites and then just connect other types of platforms on it. Like I love Fillout, for example. Fillout is an external form platform. I love AutoKit. AutoKit is an external automation platform. So I'm already positioning myself for the moment that it doesn't make sense anymore to use WordPress for some websites. Because if all of your tools right now, think about it. And this is not my plan, okay? It's not my plan, but think about it. If all of your tools right now are completely dependent on WordPress, and at the same time you're thinking that maybe in 1 or 2 or 3 years from now, you might not need WordPress for some websites, then why would you be completely dependent on WordPress? It's better to then already start positioning yourself and start testing with tools that are outside of WordPress, right? For example, also your email marketing. I mean, email marketing is often outside of WordPress, but there's also options. Here, let me show you. So this one became popular. I actually bought it as well. But this one is a Gutenberg-based email marketing platform. It's very cool and it's clean. It looks great. Here, Paul made a video about it. You can see his logo here. Empowering WordPress creatives. Okay, so that's the quote from Paul. I didn't know that. That's funny. WordPress creatives instead of creators. But this is completely on WordPress. So all of your data, I think, is in the WordPress database. But that's, of course, a risk. So if you want to have like an email platform that is outside of WordPress, you should have something like this. That's hosted outside, and then you just connect via a plugin. So yeah. Okay, I don't know if you agree with me, but yeah, exactly. WooCommerce, maybe even Fluent Card, you own it. Shopify skills, and it takes cut with everything. You can plan with finances, but at some point it hurts with Shopify. Yeah. 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 I don't know where this is gonna go. And yeah. I mean, ownership is also one of these things that the people love to say, but like, do you really own it? Like think about it. If you would have a website with Hostinger, okay? You buy a hosting from them, whatever. You buy one of their, I don't even know. Okay, here. You buy one of these packages, right? Do you really own your website? Think about it. Yes, you can export it. That's better than Wix, where you cannot export it. But it's their server. If you truly want to own your website, do you not just, and correct me guys if I'm wrong, but if you truly want to own your website, do you not just need to buy a NAS server or a Mac Mini and you put it in a corner and that's where you host your website on? That's when you truly own your website. Please disagree with me in the comment section if you think so. Thanks for the answer. I answered your question about what I use to build in the world. Oh, did you? Oh. It also let me choose between cloud models. Browser. Oh, anti-gravity, that's it. Okay. All right. Well, you can also just repeat it, but because I'm trying to check all of the comments, okay? Please. Please be nice. I'm trying to keep everybody happy. I want to build our own internal app to track my sales team's activity and performance. What platform would you recommend for building something like this? Internal app to track my sales team activity and yeah, like I said, I'm now a fan of Replit, but Fillout also have a vibe code solution right now, which is pretty cool. But I haven't tested it. I'm gonna have a call with them soon. Here, Zeit. This one is also interesting. And this one, they have their own database system, so this is also more safe, especially when you're working with sensitive data, like sales. When you're working with customer data, you should really care about owning the database. Very important that you can have access to that, you can export it. Very important. ChatGPT codecs, okay. Okay, I didn't know about codecs that much, so maybe I'm a little bit behind on it, but hey. It's so hard to keep up with everything. I'm trying the La Posta from the NL as email marketing. Okay, nice. Honestly, right now I'm trying to reduce plugin use, less cost. Like, yeah, many clients are easy and don't need much of it. Yeah, for easy, small, let Cloud Code. Yeah, exactly. That's probably the future, right? We're gonna do more with code directly. You can have a works with hosting yourself. Shopify is mandatory. Yeah. You mentioned a risky method to own a website. Much better approach would be to rent a server and dedicated space, and that server will be only used by you. What do you mean? What is a risky way? You mean like hosting it on your own Mac Mini? Is that risky? Or do you mean using Hostinger? Yeah, that's an interesting website, huh? Okay, let's continue.
Biggest hesitation with AI is the black box, the worry of breaking a live site. And that's why we built Angie Code with a safety-first workflow. Everything happens in a sandbox test mode. You can safely iterate without touching your production environment, so nothing goes live until you've previewed it, tested it, and decide it's ready. It's full human-in-the-loop creation, giving you the confidence to deliver tailored, high-end work while staying in complete control. Fewer handoffs, less outsourcing, and more of the project value stays inside your team.
Okay, but where is it saved then? They're saying you are full control, but where is it saved? That code?
Our early access community is
Whoa, that's cool. Look at that button.
already building custom experiences they would have previously outsourced.
Whoa, that's incredibly cool. Oh my goodness, that's so cool. Look at that button. Here, one more time. That's so cool.
Our early access community is already building custom experiences they would have previously outsourced. Custom interactions, advanced logic, entirely
This is the kind of shit you would see on Webflow,
new functionality
on these award-winning websites.
directly inside the current version
If they could make this work with V4, that would be awesome.
of the editor.
Also with animations, that would also be awesome. The hosting was... Oh, okay, so you're saying hosting from home is not a good idea. Yeah, I was just making the point that that's the only way to truly own your website. I don't know if it's safe. That's a different perspective or a different argument. I do not have my website hosted at home. I just use Hostinger, you know? Thanks for your help. That makes sense. Okay. I don't know who you're saying thanks to, but
The best part,
to me or somebody in the comments.
you can start exploring Angie Code today. Scan
Oh, we can start. Hey, if you want to test Angie Code yourself, scan this QR right now.
the QR code to learn more and download the plugin. And we're not stopping there. Soon, you'll also be able to ask Angie to create an atomic component for you in version 4 of the editor.
Oh, okay. Now they're saying it. You can also create V4.
I'll let Roy tell you all about it.
Okay, Roy's coming.
Thanks,
back.
Christina. It's exciting to see the combined power of the Atomic Editor and Angie when they work together. Once version 4.0 is out, you'll
Okay, create a testimonial bar component using the atomic elements.
be able to open Angie in the editor and just describe the layout,
Yeah, that's awesome. This is awesome, right?
the elements, the behavior you want, and what properties to expose. And just like that, a new component will be generated for you inside the Atomic Editor.
But it's quite basic, right? It just imports 3 heading or 3 widgets which we already have. The basic widgets, heading, paragraph, and image. But the question is, can it also do that crazy stuff, you know, with like a custom button with V4?
Once your component is created, it will live there as part of your design system. You'll be able to click into it, adjust spacing, change typography. So you can basically move from an idea into a real working component in just minutes.
Custom component creation with Angie Code will launch this spring as part of the Atomic Editor version 4.0.
This spring. With V4. Okay, so probably 1 or 2 months.
Now, once you can build this fast and with this level of control, the next question is, how do you manage all that growth that comes after?
Well, we've actually also thought of that. I'll let Ronnie and Ziv tell you more.
What? How can you manage the growth that comes after all of the speed you gain? Is that what they're saying? I was telling. Oh, okay. Nice to hear, George. Elementor One. Okay.
Thanks, guys. It's amazing to see how Angie will open up capabilities. I think this site is only launch and how it grows with
Your success by how a site looks doesn't end at launch. Accessible and reliable over time.
And based on what we've heard from fellow web creators and agencies, there's a need for a more unified experience. Elementor One is that experience, an offering designed for web creators.
Purchase an Elementor One subscription. Elementor Pro is included by default.
I made a whole in-depth video about Elementor One, so I don't want to go too far into this part. I'm gonna skip. I'm gonna do this one fast.
It also includes other key capabilities for site
I just want to notice that new plugin they're working on.
creation, optimization, and management, which now live in one place. One subscription, one unified experience.
Image optimization helps keep sites fast and expand reach the inbox.
And of course, our native AI, Angie, the developer by your side, extends your capabilities inside Word.
Okay, so we're also seeing this one now. AI or Angie is going to be part of Elementor One, so that's definitely a reason to buy Elementor One. Because maybe now Angie is a little bit limited, but it's nice to have it. Again, I don't know if I would buy it separately, probably not, because of what I can do with Claude. But it's nice that it's part of Elementor One, as part of like the AI package.
WordPress so that you can build more and move faster while staying fully in control. These aren't extras. They're
Elementor One will become more powerful as we add new capabilities, all included in the same subscription as they're released. We're adding a cookie consent tool so you can manage privacy and consent requirements with a simple
There's a lot of interest in that one, the cookie consent tool.
native setup inside WordPress.
and in the coming
Oh, they're not showing it. Oh, come on, Elementor, I want to see.
weeks, we'll also introduce Manage, a centralized dashboard that lets you
Manage, yeah, I've heard about this.
monitor, update, and optimize all your sites in one place. With Manage,
Okay, now they're showing it. So this is what we're getting. It's just going to be in your Elementor One dashboard. You can see your website. Oh, performance score. It checks that. That's cool.
you'll get clear visibility into each site's
that's
performance,
cool.
health status, and security vulnerabilities.
If there are updates available, security up status. How does it scan for security then? Oh, probably use its patch tag here at the bottom. Interesting.
While the overview is available
Oh, that's also nice. You can see the Elementor plugins on how many websites you've installed them. That's nice.
for free, anyone using Manage through Elementor One subscription can go beyond visibility and take action directly from the dashboard.
Yeah, that's nice. This can definitely replace, for some agencies, this can replace some other management tools. Maybe. Most of these management tools do more than just updates and security and page speed score. But yeah, they probably will extend this in the future.
Bulk update, plugins and themes, remotely deactivate them, or trigger one-click rollbacks across multiple sites, all from one place.
And moreover, you'll also be able to use the capabilities in your One subscription to address issues flagged in Manage. With built-in accessibility fixes and image optimization included in the subscription, you can improve
It's kind of nice, you know, you're gonna have Elementor One, and AI will do a lot. It will optimize your images, it will optimize accessibility, it will give you Angie, it will generate text and images if you want, it will generate whole containers, which we still haven't seen in this demo for some reason. But it's kind of like a whole AI package with some extra features. Makes sense, right? It makes Elementor One starting to make more sense.
site speed, SEO, and accessibility.
To me, that's on a cookie banner. Yeah, cookie banner is nice. It's a nice feature. I worry about responsiveness with the crazy buttons. Yeah, good point. Missing the backup functionality management site would have been amazing. Yeah, backups are not easy, actually. They're very hard to do. I've learned. Good backups. Many backups fail, especially if you have multiple plugins that work together.
All from a single dashboard.
So how do you use all these capabilities in one subscription? Well, first of all, Editor Pro is fully available for your use. On top of that, you get a shared pool of credits you can use flexibly across Elementor AI, email deliverability, image optimization, and site accessibility. And Angie as well. That way, you're not paying for separate subscriptions with unused credits.
Elementor One isn't a replacement, it's an option, a plan designed for web.
Elementor One isn't a replacement, but it's an option. Yeah, yes and no. Yes, as in, you don't have to buy it. No, as in, it did replace the old 1,000 website plan.
Creators who want a more complete and unified workflow that expansion matters particularly for scale.
I do.
And that's why over the
program.
past few months, we've worked closely with many agencies and freelancers who build websites at scale for clients. And the message was clear. Many of you want a deeper partnership with Elementor, one that recognizes the work you do, supports the growth of your business, and aligns incentives on both sides.
Even before our official launch, the response has been strong. Thousands of professionals and agencies have already applied, with more joining every day. So if you're already managing
Oh, so there's a way to earn money. If you're basically selling Elementor to a client, you can earn money from that subscription maybe. That's kind of cool actually. You can earn some money back. I guess if the client is paying for their own subscription, you can get like a percentage of that. Is that what this is?
multiple client sites or preparing for your next stage of growth, this program is built for you.
The program is structured around 4 pillars, designed for how agencies actually work. First, you get a dedicated workspace for agencies managing multiple client projects. One place to stay organized, move faster, and see everything that's happening. With secure team access, including enterprise-grade SSO, you can confidently serve larger clients and grow your own team. And as your agency scales, the built-in management tools.
I don't see it in front of me what he's talking about, but this sounds like they are really taking the agency stuff serious. It's cool. It's cool. Very nice.
Scale with you.
Second, direct access to the Elementor team. Preferred priority support when it matters most, partner-first updates, and early visibility into what's coming next. Partners are invited to exclusive briefings, product previews, and online as well as in-person.
I have that access, but I'm not an agency. I have creator access.
events designed specifically for agencies.
And third, visibility and recognition through partner listings, badges, and certifications, as well as co-marketing opportunities that feature partners across Elementor channels to support your lead generation and SEO.
And lastly, the more you grow with Elementor, the more value
Camera, okay.
you unlock. As you take on more clients, will support
your business.
We get
Scan the QR code up. Let's zoom out for a moment, because web creators do more than build websites. You turn ideas into
shape and new ways of working, and not all of that lives inside the editor.
Some of what we're developing supports the business side of web creation, such as proposals, payments, and client management, so that you can increase momentum without drowning in admin. Some of it explores new ways to shape ideas and bring them to life quicker, where
Are they gonna release even more tools? Like, what is that?
code, creativity, and AI come together to prototype, experiment, and move from concept to execution faster.
These initiatives aren't about replacing existing workflows. They're about opening up new possibilities for the right kind of project.
Okay, that's interesting. So maybe they're going to build some kind of proposal tool. Okay.
Elementor Labs is for
guys.
those who want to see what's coming before it's fully formed, and who want their perspective to help shape.
Okay. I think we've seen enough now. Let's talk a little bit about what we think about this. Are we satisfied so far? Let me think a little bit, and then I'm gonna reply to some comments. So is this what I expected? I hoped a little bit more. What I hoped was see a very good demo of container generation or like whole page generation. I think that should be possible now. Yeah, maybe I'm too fast with this because I know even Bricks has this. I know some dude connected it to Claude, but that's not an official channel. Yeah, Webflow has something like that, which is like a Reloom thing, but Elementor also already had that. Wait, what is that thing? Can I still find it on their website? Let's see what they have. Products. What is that? Generate images and layouts. Oh, here, generate wireframes. Yeah, this. But I don't know how good that is yet. This is already quite old. I mean, old in the world of AI. I think this is already a few months old. Hey, look at that. So I'm not sure. I'm not sure how good this one is, but I was just hoping that would be here, because that's, I think, the biggest win. I think that's the easiest way to win the audience over, if you would just show a really good demo of, like, you start with a good prompt, you have a good plan, and then it generates a whole page with V4 widgets. Now they only showed a component, and it was just a few widgets, but I would love to see like a full page. I think they will release V4 as it is now in beta. That is also why they say use V4 together. Will not be there. Yeah, well, okay, well, I yes and no. I think there's a little bit more to it. Probably it's also because they want to do a safe transition. Because what Divi did right now, that they just said, like, in a year from now we're not going to support old websites anymore. That's a huge. I mean, I don't know why Divi did that. It's quite a bold move. But Elementor has an even bigger user base. So if they would do that, that would cause so much chaos. So I think that's why they're doing it. Even though some other people have argued, like, why did they not build a new builder completely? But I think they just want people slowly to transition, because that would improve Elementor's image, instead of having this idea of, like, oh, we have the old bad builder and the new one. It's like, I think they just want to change their image and slowly go into this new version. I think that's also what's going on. It's also a marketing thing. Well, because code is easy to copy. Owning in a web dev sense is owning the code. With hosting, you just use their hardware as long as you control the code. Yeah, okay. Yeah, okay. Owning the code. So you would argue that Wix Studio, that's not owning the code, and Shopify is not owning the code. But any type of WordPress installation is always owning the code. And with a vibe coding platform, if they don't allow you to export or copy, then it's not owning the code. Actually, vibe coding platforms are surprisingly good with owning the code. Most of them, they allow you to export. I think the slowly is a huge mistake. What do you mean? Like the slow rollout? Yeah, that's a good point. Okay, so what I'm thinking is that Elementor is now going to compete directly compete with Bricks, because they're stepping out of the easy builder, right? They're like, oh, this is for professionals. And they're doing all of these things, all of these different products, which agencies also need, right? Like the management tool, the cookie tool, the accessibility. But like the actual features in the builder, if they just release these few features, which we've seen in this live stream in this year, that's not going to be enough. I think so. I mean, yeah, what is enough? Now I sound a bit like a doom, a doomsday thinker. But I mean, what I mean is that professionals, the agencies, they want really advanced stuff. They should really up their game with like adding the stuff we've been waiting for years, which is like dynamic repeaters, advanced listing with relationships, like dynamic visibility. They have improved quite a bit already. More advanced WooCommerce stuff. That's the thing that I think they really need to do to keep the professionals happy. And also an interesting question is, are they going to keep the beginners happy with V4? And yes, you can still work in the old way. You can. But it will be hard for beginners a little. It will be harder for beginners because it feels how would I say it? It feels daunting a little bit to see the classes and they're like, hey, what is this system and the variables? And it can be harder for beginners. I mean, V3 obviously and V2 was easier. So it's a very, very interesting time. Who made the tool to create containers in Elementor? Can you tell the name? Who made it? What do you mean, who made it? Elementor themselves has Elementor AI that allows you to generate containers. So yeah, what do you guys think? I don't know. I was just hoping to see container generation, which we didn't see. Angie is really cool, but it is limited compared to what you can do with Cloud Code and Cloud Cowork. So now I'm like, I don't know, maybe I'm getting too advanced. maybe I know too much. I don't know. What do you guys think? Okay, this has been fun, guys. This has been really fun to do. I was just wanting to do a short live stream, chat with you guys a little bit, and wait, let me put on some music because we're gonna end this already. This has been fun. I still need to have dinner. It's already 9 p.m. here, so it's gonna be a little bit late for me, but that's okay. This has been fun. Thank you for watching. Let me know what you would have hoped for. And then I will see you guys in the next one.